Are you guys ready? We're going to open up with a brief statement from Coach, and then we'll take some questions after that.
I appreciate you guys being here. Obviously, this one, again, just a tough game for us. Certainly some positives. I thought Angie's second half was really strong for us. Obviously, Schreacke shot the ball really well, got some good minutes from Lanaya. It was good to see Tree out there in her minutes, and probably would have gotten her a few more minutes if Angie wasn't having the half that she was having. So definitely some good things in there, and you know, until our team understands the importance of every possession, you know, we've got to continue to learn and grow. We've got a lot of new players that are continuing to figure out how to play together. I thought we had some opportunities down the stretch. You know, we had Diamond trapped on that sideline, had an opportunity to maybe pick one on that skip pass, and then the out of bounds play, I think Schreacke was like a fingernail away from getting a steal on that one. Thought we had potentially a good look on that last action on 52, and we missed Abbey. So it's hard, but I'm not deflated. I mean, this team's going to continue to work and get better. I like the locker room feel. I don't think there's a lot of emotion involved. It's all tactical right now. How do we continue to tweak things and shore up things and get better? And so, like we said, there's a lot of games this season, and I believe in this team. And we just, two of our losses so far are to two teams that will be in the NCAA tournament. And we scheduled our non-con for a reason this way, to prepare us for SEC play. And so I think it's good that we're having these tough games in the non-con. And I think if we can stay the course, which we will, it's only going to help us. Diamond is a special player, top 6 player in the country coming out of high school. I thought we did a really good job on her in the first half. Really good job on her in the first half, and we knew it was only a matter of time. She hits tough shots, ended up with 17, and she's pretty elite. Got to do a better job taking care of the ball. It was slightly better today, but still too many unforced. Got to do a better job from a rebounding standpoint. I think as coaches, we got to look at our offense, see what we need to tweak a little bit, see where our challenges are. How can we put our players in a better position to be successful? Because we've been a little bit stagnant.
Questions?
Coach, it sounded like you talked about it a little bit already, but what was your message to the girls in the locker room for this one?
I mean, really kept it short. Like I said, I think there was some positives. We acknowledge those, and like we do every practice, praise and polish. What have we did well? What do we got to get better at? Take the emotion out of it, stay the course, show up tomorrow, shoulders back, ready to get to work, and continue to try to make the adjustments that we need to individually and collectively.
Coach, you talked about what Diamond can do offensively. You did a pretty good job containing her in those first 3 quarters. What kind of changed in that fourth, and she was able to flip that switch?
Yeah, I mean, she was a top 6 kid in the country for a reason coming out of high school. I mean, she's just an elite level player. You know, when she's able to catch, not only can she, you know, she's a 3-level scorer, but she's able to make plays. And I think that's what you saw, you know, her in that fourth quarter. She's a really talented young lady with a really good skill set, and just made winning plays for them when she needed to.
Coach, you talked about the offense and some moments. What were some moments where the offense was stagnant throughout the game?
Yeah, you know, I think it's accumulation of a lot of things, to be honest with you. I mean, ball security is so important, and making sure we're getting possessions, and then I just feel like there's times that there's not enough movement in our offense. I think they did a good job switching all of our rub cuts and just made it a little bit more challenging to get downhill. And certainly something that we got to look at as a staff and see if there's some tweaks that we need to make offensively to put these guys in a better position. Part of it's on execution. Part of it's on us to figure out how to help them execute at a higher level.
Coach, Grace sat for those last 4 minutes. How do you think having her on the bench affected your offense, especially late?
Yeah, I mean, I felt like we had some really good looks. I thought Schreacke was hot. You know, I thought we had a really good look for her at the end with that, what was it, 20-some seconds where we were running 52 action, and we just didn't get the ball to her. So I think, you know, in situations like that, you want to have your hot hand in there, and I thought Abbey did a tremendous job for us tonight.
Abbey, for you in the third quarter, what did your first 3 goals going through your head after to cut it down to a 2-point lead?
I mean, it's always just a good look seeing the ball go through the net. So every shot I have, I'm looking for it to go in and just play it every shot, and just from there.
Angie, coach talked about your second half specifically. What was kind of that shift at halftime that you're able to come out and just control the paint in that third and fourth quarter?
Well, I sat most of the first half, so just thinking about that, just wanted to do whatever I could, just mentally staying locked in and knowing, second half I was going to get back in. But just knowing that I had to be more disciplined. I think when I got back in the game, I was more disciplined on defense because I'm trying to stay on the court. So honestly, just sitting down for such a long time, I knew I had to make changes coming back in.
Coach Naya is still struggling to score the ball 0 of 7 today. Just what are you seeing in her game, and what's kind of preventing her from being able to score consistently with this team so far?
Yeah, it's, we did not shoot the ball well, and we haven't this year. Shot it well from the three, but 38%. It's gonna be hard to win a lot of games shooting 38%. I think we're still missing some extra passes within the flow of our offense. That we're not keeping it hot. I think we've taken some tough contested shots. We talk a lot about rob shots, range, open balance, and really being a willing cutter to create long gaps for each other. And it's just, not a well-oiled machine yet. We look good in practice at times, but just had some good takes to the basket, didn't finish at the level that we need to. But I love Lanaya's just aggressiveness. I think she's a really hard guard. Not only does she rebound well, but she has the ability to get to the rim, and then playing with pace and decision making. We just got to continue to help her in that situation.
Coach, when you guys made that run in the fourth quarter, did you feel like just not being able to string together enough defensive stops kind of made the difference there?
Yeah, I thought, Diamond again, she had some key plays for us. If she wasn't scoring, she was creating some opportunities for some other people. And, that's the thing about trying to keep the ball out of her hands. We tried to face guard her as much as she could. She probably had too many touches, but there's a reason, she's just that good. She's a hard guard.
Coach, when you compare this back to the Vermont opener, have you seen a level of growth from your team in this past week? What was the same, what was different?
Yeah, I think to me, the biggest difference was the way we prepped. I thought there was a much greater sense of urgency. I still haven't been able to put my finger on Vermont. It's not the team that, we talked about that last time we were in here. We didn't show up with the aggressiveness that we needed to. I felt like today, just in our prep and how we showed up, was a lot different. And I think these girls are just, still learning the attention to detail, the discipline that you have to bring to shoot around, to film session, the investment and in your prep work, so that when you take that court, you can have supreme confidence. And again, just a lot of players trying to figure each other out, and we're trying to figure out how to put them in a position to be successful. And we just got to continue to go back to the drawing board. But I believe in this team. I think it's going to be a hell of a year for us. I think we got a really high ceiling.
We'll take one more if you guys have them. All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks.